December 2024 is shaping up to deliver a fast, dramatic start to winter, with conditions already setting the stage for a season that could arrive earlier and more intensely than usual. The signs are everywhere, from the first flurries dusting the northern states to the persistent chill in the air that's arriving ahead of schedule. Across much of the U.S., residents are bracing for a winter that's expected to hit hard and fast. Cities from the Midwest to the Northeast are already preparing for the possibility of significant snowfall and colder than average temperatures. Meteorologists are tracking a major pattern shift. Cold air and snow are likely on the way. This isn't just a typical seasonal change. It's a rapid transition that could catch many off guard, especially after a relatively mild autumn. This isn't guesswork. It's a convergence of powerful atmospheric signals. Experts are seeing clear indicators in the upper atmosphere and at the surface, all pointing toward a swift onset of winter weather. The Madden-Julian Oscillation is moving into a cold-favoring phase, which tends to enhance storminess and bring colder air masses into the U.S. This global weather pattern is a key player in how quickly winter can take hold. At the same time, the polar vortex is weakening, opening the door for Arctic air to surge south. When the polar vortex loses strength, it allows frigid air to escape the Arctic and plunge deep into the heart of the country, setting the stage for early snow and ice. Key climate patterns like the EPO, PNA, and NAO are all aligning to support a colder, stormier setup for the central and eastern U.S. When these patterns work together, they can amplify winter's intensity, leading to more frequent and stronger storms. As November's mild weather fades, expect a dramatic atmospheric flip. The transition from autumn to winter could be abrupt, with temperatures dropping sharply and snow arriving in places that usually don't see it this early. We'll break down the science, the models, and what it means for your winter plans. From travel disruptions to early holiday snow, understanding these patterns can help you prepare for what's ahead. Get ready. This December could be a winter wonderland from the very start, with snow, cold, and the magic of winter arriving sooner than you might expect. Stay tuned as we explore what's driving this fast start and how you can make the most of the season. Let's begin our journey near the equator, where a powerful but often overlooked force is quietly at work: the Madden-Julian Oscillation, or MJO. This phenomenon is essentially a slow-moving pulse of tropical thunderstorms and rainfall that travels eastward around the globe, circling the planet every 30 to 60 days. While it might sound distant and abstract, the MJO is actually one of the most influential drivers of weather patterns far beyond the tropics, with the ability to set the stage for dramatic changes in temperature and precipitation across continents. Right now, the MJO is shifting into a set of phases that, based on decades of meteorological records, are strongly linked to outbreaks of cold and snowy weather in the eastern United States. Meteorologists pay close attention to these phases because they act as a kind of early warning system for what's to come. When the MJO enters phases 7, 8, 1, and 2 during the winter months, it often acts like a switch, flipping the jet stream into a new configuration. This shift can carve out a deep trough over North America, creating a pathway for frigid Arctic air to surge southward. The result? A sudden and sometimes severe drop in temperatures, with the potential for significant snowfall events. For forecasters, this is one of the most reliable signals that a cold pattern is about to take hold. It's like seeing the first signs of a storm on the horizon, an early heads-up that allows communities to prepare for what's coming. At this very moment, the MJO's movement is sending a clear message: December is gearing up to be far from mild. Instead, we're looking at a strong likelihood of colder, stormier conditions, especially for those living in the central and eastern parts of the country. The warm, almost spring-like pattern that's been dominating much of the central and eastern U.S. is about to be replaced. As the MJO continues its journey, it's setting the stage for a dramatic transition, one that will have people reaching for their winter coats and snow shovels much sooner than they might expect. Think of the MJO as the first domino in a long chain reaction. Its influence ripples outward, triggering a series of atmospheric changes that can ultimately lead to a classic winter setup, sometimes weeks ahead of schedule. So keep an eye out for the signs. The shift is underway, and winter's chill is fast approaching. The stage is set for a season that could arrive earlier, and with more intensity than many are expecting. Now, let's head to the North Pole and talk about the polar vortex, a swirling mass of cold air high above the Arctic. When strong, it locks cold air up north, but this December, it's weakening, letting frigid air escape south. Forecast models predict a major stratospheric warming event. disrupting the vortex and making it wobbly. This means the jet stream will buckle, creating pathways for Arctic air to invade the US. The European model shows the polar vortex staying weak all month, signaling a prolonged cold pattern. These changes don't happen overnight, but with the vortex already weakening, December is primed for sustained cold. The Arctic's gatekeeper is about to leave the door wide open. Get ready for a true taste of winter. Beyond the MJO and polar vortex, we track other key patterns, the EPO, NAO, and PNA. These atmospheric oscillations play a crucial role in shaping our winter weather, influencing everything from temperature swings to storm tracks. The EPO, or Eastern Pacific Oscillation, when negative, builds high pressure over Alaska, steering Siberian cold into North America. This can lead to significant drops in temperature and increased snowfall across the continent. Models are calling for a strongly negative EPO as December begins, which means we could be in for some very cold and snowy conditions. Meteorologists are closely monitoring this pattern to predict its impact on our weather. The NAO, or North Atlantic Oscillation, when negative, sets up a blocking high near Greenland, trapping cold air over the eastern US and slowing storms. This blocking pattern can lead to prolonged periods of cold weather and significant snowfall. This Greenland block is a classic setup for big winter storms. When the NAO is negative, it often results in some of the most memorable and impactful winter weather events. The PNA, or Pacific North American pattern, when positive, reinforces cold air flowing from the northwest into the central and eastern states. This pattern can enhance the effects of the EPO and NAO, leading to even colder and snowier conditions. While the PNA is less certain, the negative EPO and NAO combo is a powerhouse for cold and snow. When these patterns align, they can create a perfect storm of winter weather, bringing widespread cold and significant snowfall. These teleconnections are all aligning for a potent start to winter. The combination of a negative EPO, negative NAO, and potentially positive PNA suggests that we could see some of the coldest and snowiest conditions in years. When these patterns sync up, the odds of widespread cold and snow skyrocket. This means that many areas could experience significant winter weather, with impacts on travel, daily life, and even infrastructure. December's setup is one of the strongest in years. With these powerful atmospheric patterns in play, we could be in for a winter to remember, marked by extreme cold and heavy snowfall. Snow and ice cover, what scientists call the cryosphere, play a huge role in winter's intensity. A deep snowpack in Canada and Siberia acts like a refrigerator, keeping Arctic air cold as it moves south. Right now, snow cover is a bit behind, which could blunt the first cold blasts. But the same patterns, bringing cold, will also build up snowpack quickly in late November and early December. As snow expands, it reflects sunlight, keeping temperatures lower, a feedback loop known as the albedo effect. Once snow is on the ground, it helps cold air stick around. Watch for rapid snow growth in the coming weeks, priming the pump for deeper cold. The cryosphere is about to reinforce winter's grip. What do the supercomputers say? Major global models agree a significant cooldown is coming as December begins. The European model shows persistent below-average temperatures spreading across the Great Lakes, Northeast, and East Coast. The American CFS model echoes this, with cold waves arriving in early December and another reload possible near Christmas. The Canadian model also points to a surge of cold air into the central US by late November. This rare model agreement boosts confidence in a cold, active pattern. Expect not just a brief chill, but a sustained period of wintry weather. The models are clear. Bundle up. December will feel like winter from the start. The details will evolve, but the cold signal is strong. Cold air is only half the story. You need moisture and storms for snow. The same patterns bringing cold will also create an active storm track, especially along the boundary between cold and warm air. Long-range models predict above-average precipitation for the East Coast, southern Mississippi Valley, and Pacific Northwest. With persistent cold, the odds for snow are much higher than usual. even as far south as Dallas in some scenarios. The Great Lakes, interior Northeast and Appalachians are primed for classic winter, storms and heavy snow. Nor'easters and lake effect events are likely with travel disruptions possible. Stay prepared. December could bring significant winter weather to millions. The stage is set for an active, snowy month. Let's look up. Recent solar storms made headlines, but their impact on our December weather is minimal. The latest solar event, a coronal mass ejection, had a northward magnetic field, so Earth's magnetosphere deflected most of it. While solar storms can cause auroras and sometimes disrupt satellites, their influence on winter weather is minor compared to the MJO or polar vortex. Theories linking solar activity to weather are still emerging and generally show only subtle effects. The sun is quiet for now, with no major storms expected soon. This winter's cold is driven by classic atmospheric patterns, not space weather. Keep your eyes on Earth. The real action is happening in our atmosphere. Solar storms are fascinating, but not the main story for December's forecast. To sum it up, December 2024 is set for a fast, cold, and potentially snowy start to winter. Multiple major atmospheric drivers are aligning for a rare, powerful pattern shift. Expect sustained below-average temperatures, especially in the central and eastern U.S. An active storm track will boost the chances for significant snow even in areas that usually see rain. This winter won't wait for January. Get your emergency kits and snow gear ready now. The early stratospheric warming and strong teleconnections promise a classic December. Be prepared, stay safe, and enjoy the beauty of a true winter month. The stage is set, now we watch it unfold.